Okay, so good morning. We're going to start with some fascia work. And if you don't have a roller and a ball, which I'd love for you to have, but if you don't, you're going to want to fast forward until we get into the yoga. All right, so let's get going. Make sure you have water too, because after we do the fascia work, we want to make sure that we're taken care of as we open up some of the dry tissues around the back and the feet. Laura, did you see when my retreat is? Did you see that it was like mid? It's like the 24th of January. Where are you going to be in January?
I think I'm going to be home on the 24th.
I will give you the link. Would you look at it? Tell me if you wanna be here.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some just wonderful things going on. I think you would really enjoy it. And I'll have some other. What was that?
I'm trying to set up my Zoom using my TV monitor so I can see it.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And if you take a moment while you're doing that thing, because we're kind of setting up too. I don't know why, but there is some feedback. Let me see. Where's it coming from? Laura, is there something on your side? Are you making coffee or?
Oh, okay. It might be my stove. Let me move it over here. Is that better?
I think so.
Did that stop?
Yeah. What's your stove doing?
It has a fan.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. I thought I was going crazy. And that's what it was. All right, so Beryl, I'm gonna take you through this fascia work, and Laura's gonna jump in when she's ready. Okay? Because you can do this on your own. Now, like what we were talking about with the tapping is when you have somebody with you, it helps you just get more relaxed and get deeper into your process. Mm-hmm. So you're going to put the roller. How's your back? Overall. Okay. You're going to put this roller straight on this way on your mat. Okay. And then you're going to sit on it from tailbone to head, and don't allow your head to go over the top there. You're going to come in, go right onto the roller. Yeah. I should have, in the evening when I do stuff, I usually will come in and fast forward. I did last night. I have to have her move it. So we'll see if that works. So when you're on this barrel, since it's your first time, your body may not really know what's going on, so you can't feel different things. When you're on it, you're breathing and your body start to let go. The nervous system, and then also the skeletal, the vertebrae, and also the muscles that are attached around the vertebrae. How's your body feeling as you come and lay on the roller? Feels pretty good, pretty mellow. Does it feel as if it may be releasing some stress, or it might feel more calm? Do you have any feelings around what? It feels pretty calm. I do this on my roller, so it's not foreign to my body, but I feel pretty calm. The roller you have, is it a harder roller? I have a hard one now. I have a soft one. Okay. So the soft one is used to keep the fascia open. If you use a harder one, it's more for the muscle because the fascia close up with a hard roller. So you're able to work those muscles and things. The soft roller is for like almost like saying hello to the fascia, and the fascia is more welcoming and staying open because it'll close itself off if it will on a hard roller. So the soft roller is really good. And what this will do is, as you do it and you connect with your journey with the roller, is that it will allow your body to go in a direction of less stress within the body. So for me right now, as I laid on the roller, I could feel that my stress was a relieving body, my body was relieving stress within it. I didn't even know I was carrying stress within my body because, we're just talking and we're walking around, but we had a big night last night. So it gives me opportunity to manage even my stress hormones right here. And so when I laid on the roller, I could feel, and then as I laid on it a few seconds later, and then as time is going on, I'm feeling more releases. The vertebrae is opening up more, I can feel it, and my body is becoming more relaxed and getting comfortable in that space and relieving. So it gives more and more gifts as you are on the roller. You want to be on the vertebrae till the time it feels good. At some point, sometimes it's had enough. Then you start massaging side to side. And you go like, you let your hips get massaged and your shoulder. Oh, there we go. So getting some alignment, help with alignment. Door. I used to have 5 rollers and I need to buy some more. I sometimes give them away.
Yeah.
Hi, Lori.
Hi. Look what I have for you.
Oh my goodness, a present.
Okay, I'm gonna go put it in the kitchen.
Thank you.
It's still wrapped, but
It is? Oh, it is a present. So then you're massaging side to side. Hey, Laura. Can you hear me? No, I was talking to Laura.
okay. I think I would take
Here I go. You don't know my name. I'm the opening of the body too. No, I'll show what that is. But so as you massage, you let the arm grab the floor here, let it slide along with you. And now you are opening up because you have the fluids through the spine and you're opening that space up. And then you're connecting with the muscles. Since the like a cylinder around your muscles, all the connective tissue. And what we're doing is we're just tapping in there, making that, use the word tapping, but we're in there and we're opening up spaces that may be dry, so maybe some nutrients are going to all the muscle fibers. So now we're letting that flow open by doing this. Or take this roller.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Beryl. Nice to meet you. Beryl at the end, she's going to do a tapping session. All right, Robert, time do you need? You'll sit. I'll give you like the last 5 minutes. I'll do your. Okay, I'll do like a finish and we'll go into some tap. Sure. Okay.
Maybe 10, I don't know. I should explain what it is and just show me what I do, say what I say.
Yeah, just do at the end. You can say right here. Then they can choose the. Then they're going to be very interested in what you're doing. And we'll just have to do it and then we talk on that. Okay, and then once Laura comes back, I'll let her be more of a guide because so I don't have to roll. So how's your back feeling? That is very nice. Good. That's perfect. It's a great way to start yoga too. But you can do this when you're getting ready to do any kind of workout too, or just relieving stress, because this is a great way to open up and help with any old injuries or not, or stopping your body from going towards that direction. Laura, your stove is, I can hear it fueling. It's doing a nice little fire. Makes you want to be there. Laura, you're gonna put the roller insert there. Okay. And now from here, I want you to bring the roller under your head. So Beryl, you're gonna come off your roller. Be careful to slide off, bring your shoulder hip. And bring the roller on your head, not touching your neck, but as close as you can to your neck. We're gonna lengthen the neck area. Perfect. Okay. You wanna, as you're taking an inhale, scan your body, and so you can feel it, just be present with it. Then as you exhale, bring the shoulders more into the floor, let it go. Open up from the heart center here, and open up all the way to the outside shoulder, let it go. And we're working on lengthening the neck, lengthening the spine. Hips are starting, we're starting to talk to the hips, where we want to feel if they're balanced. You may have one hip pressing into the ground deeper than the other. And the exhale time is where you start balancing the body by getting connected, feeling where the tension is sitting, and allowing yourself to be aware of the strength of the mind connected with the body and intention. Coming all the way to your heels, let's lengthen the legs if they're not yet. No, let's give me my head. I get, you know, you may not have it. It was too far out. I got it. Yeah. Okay. Notice how your heels feel if one is pressing deeper into the ground than the other. We'll come back up to the hips and work on relieving tension on one side or the other. If there's a lot of tension, the hip is going to be lifted a little bit higher. For your exhale, from the pelvic, I want you to think about opening it up and opening up those hips. Especially the hip that is carrying the tension. With your mindset intention, go in and relieve the tightness. Usually, our butt, our glutes, are what holds us standing and balance. That's the area you usually want to go to when you start relieving the tension. That's where you're going to find that it's hard for the body to allow that space to relax, since it's doing a lot of work all the time. Managing, standing, and even sitting, you'll notice that you'll be carrying tension, maybe in one hip more than the other. It's usually within the butt area, holding the tension. Come down into the front of your legs, your quad, and go into the muscle. Allow it to relax. Allow the muscles to open up. And this is relative to how you're feeling now and what you can tap into now. Sometimes it's a learning curve to get into that muscle. But oh, does it feel good once you feel you can manage your stressors. Okay, now here, I'm gonna be doing something new. Laura and Lori, I'm gonna do something new. So we have the roller under our head. Laura, this is the video that I sent that you did the other day. Lori, if you didn't get a chance to do that video yet.
It works.
Okay, watch this. This is how easy it is. This is the video I sent you. Your right leg, I want you to rock back and forth. And I want it to come all the way up into the hip joint, and you're moving the leg. I'm timing you to make sure we do the right and left about the same time. What we're doing, we just opened up the fascia. Now I'm speaking more to the warming of the muscle and allowing all those muscle fibers around the hip open up. So your foot is going back and forth. Take your time. Breathe. Meaning manage the flow. Now let's go to the left, going back and forth. So just the other leg, it doesn't matter if it's left or right. Making sure you get both legs. Now at this time, if you're carrying like sciatic, any extra pressure within the body in the lower, like the pelvic to the discs in your back, we're opening that up. And so you may be able to right now feel the release happening. Relax both legs. Notice where it's taken your hips, hopefully deeper into the ground, but any pressures or any pains that you had, it's the beginning of releasing or it already released. Now I want you to twist and open things up. We're going to do 1 minute each side. Take an inhale, bring your knee in, opposite hand, grab it, and bring it across. Work on the shoulder to stay open, looking more to the ceiling, and allow this leg and the weight to come across the body, energetically dropping to the other side of the body, then the shoulder. Keep the shoulder open, knee pressing down on the other side of the body. From the rib cage, you have this dichotomy. You have a center pivot point here, not a pivot, a center, and then it opens up and you're releasing stress through the chest, shoulder, and the rib cage. Now you're going down and scanning from the backside of your hip to the top of your hip to the outside leg that can pull on the knee and the hip. Keep that open. Good cycles of breaths. Let the exhale be present. Exhale is the same length as the inhale. And switch. Elbows into the ground. Be careful of your lower back. Release the leg. Make it long. Other leg, bring it across. Same approach. And one side is going to be tighter than the other. That's what I usually find. You feel it? And this is where you'll see one foot is a little bit more forward than the other when you're standing, or you can feel it when you're carrying your purse. So it could be any adjustment your body needs. So now you're keeping that shoulder open. And if you're tight from the shoulder down to your thumb, anywhere there, you're relieving that. From your rib cage down, now you give yourself opportunity to open up from the tailbone, all the way out to the hip, all the way out to the knee. Focus on your breathing. Laura, are you feeling a release in your body as we're doing this?
Yes.
Excellent. Lori, how are you feeling? How's that feel in your body?
Yeah, good.
Oh, good. See, that's the video I sent you, Lori, just so you know.
It's helping my back.
Excellent. And then Lori, the other part will be where you put your feet, like you can even flip on that couch and put your feet up there.
Yeah.
And it aligns your spine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just those 2 exercises. Then bring it up. Now be careful because we pulled on the spine, but now go into a body scan again. Now, I did a show last night. My left hip, I could feel that there was some achiness in there. But the tailbone out to the hip, I could feel it. And then I could feel that it was connected all the way down to my heel, and I got some relief there. Laura, could you feel anything within your body in that space of relieving?
Yeah. I definitely felt the side of my hip relaxing and lengthening.
This is good for your feet. So this is another component I want you to do this week, that where you get to take care of all the way from the feet with your ball, and then do these stretches, and it'll manage some of that stress level that's coming down to your feet. And Laura, you can do this every day for right now until I see you next week. That, and then the rocking back and forth. That works the sciatic and the hip and all that.
I know that because that's my main, is my hip and my sciatica.
Did you feel relief as you're opening it up? Isn't it easy? This body alignment. Now we're gonna flip around. Let's go into a child's pose, and you're gonna move your roller out of your way. Oh, I'm sorry. Use your roller. I like this. We haven't done this in a while. You're gonna put your forehead. Oh, you're gonna put your forehead on the roller. You're stressed in a way that it feels all-consuming, or less than that. Your roller, it gives the pressure to where you have this soft, wonderful thing right in the forehead. It's going to speak to your stress that you're carrying, and also it'll tap into your creativity. It's going to make you better. The child's pose, along with the roller, partnering with that, will relieve the tension on your body really quick. So hold that space for yourself. Notice where your tension points are. I feel a vibration usually from my spine, and just this big space. And sometimes it's in my chest. And I always feel stress relief within my thyroid. Everything in the front it feels really, really nice. So allow yourself to stay connected within your body so that you feel motivated to do these things that sometimes we feel we don't have time. It gives you opportunity to stay connected and how you want to feel, and it'll help you step into self-care daily way easier. Sometimes hard to stay in the self-care mode. You're going to slowly bring yourself up off that roller. Now from there, let the roller be pushed away from you. More balance. You are going to have both hands on the ground. Bring them a little bit forward so you're not pinching the wrist too much. Keep the flow going. Feel the balance in the knees. Hopefully, since the hips are more balanced. Energy holding that abdominal and holding the spine. Energy into the inner wall of the belly. Extend your right leg up. Right leg is going to be long. Heel is the height of the hip. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let yourself feel it. Just walk through what that feels like for you and hold it. It can be a little bit lower, a little bit higher, but there should be no pain in your lower back. Now, the inner wall of the belly is holding that spine, and it's allowing the body to become as one. Be careful not to lean too far to one side because that leg is up. Let the stomach center space. Release and switch, other side. Opposite leg now, lift it up. Your inner wall of your belly holding the body, bringing strength and mind connected. And switch again. Opposite arm is going to come up off the ground and extend out. So up. Leg and opposite arm lifted. Now the stomach is your center, your core, your emotions. Let the power and the strength within learn to balance that. Now switch. Hand comes down and knee. Let's go opposite. Leg and arm. And let's do it one more time through. Leg comes up, opposite arm. Switching, you're going from right to left. Time. Carol, have you been seeing the same one?
No.
Good.
Don't swallow.
Okay.
Yeah, this is kind of tricky.
And switch. It is, because your body wants to teeter-totter.
Yeah.
Especially if your nervous system is off, if you're carrying extra stress, your nervous system will shake the body a bit. And that would be hard also, besides just the muscles working. You have a lot going on with this move. On the ground, elbow into the ground, open up the legs, push the tailbone back behind you, lengthen the spine, anchor the elbows into the ground so you feel a stretch around the arm, the shoulders, the back. Slowly, as your back opens, I'm working with your upper back, your spine. If you can, bring your head down further and further, and if your forehead can touch the ground, and let it come all the way down. Perfect. Your spine. And your book. Boy, did I need this today. Anybody else feel that way? Good.
Yes.
Yeah. Notice where the hips are taking you. As you go into this position, your back and your hips feel as if they're going deeper into the ground. Things open, things get more heavy on the ground as the muscles release. Really good stretching. Deeper and deeper. It's not just the main muscles. Those main muscles will start relieving, and then the smaller muscles that support and need the nurturing are now being brought into the full spectrum of your stretch. Shift up with your head coming off the ground. Come and lift yourself up, hands under you, round mid back up to the sky, round the shoulders in as much as you can in this position. Even feel the hips. Feels like they're rounding as the mid back comes up to the sky, relieving the pressure that happens to the spine and the stress. Back is long now, very long. Feel from the tailbone to the top of the head. Inner wall of the belly connected with the spine all the way through the back. Relax the shoulders down. You may notice your shoulders up towards your ears as you're transitioning this move. Mid back again, up to the sky. Take an inhale. Now drop the head, if you can, to the top of your head comes more directly towards the ground. There's a big round bubble from the back side of the head to the tailbone. Neutralize the spine. It doesn't have to be real long, but get more of that curvature out of there. Downward dog. Oh, bless you. Hip is coming up. Downward dog. We're going to stretch the whole back side of the body. Keep the hip lifting. Heels coming down towards the ground. Let those fingers be more of a pressure point, not just the wrists. Use your mat for leverage. The hip is the point that, you have a 3-point here. Hip is lifting up to the sky. Relief from that hip through your back, all the way to your fingers. And your hip coming all the way to your heel. Relieving the tightness that goes and wraps around all through the arch of your foot. Trying to pull some of that pressure off. Walk your hands to your toes. Do a little bit of a teetering back and forth. Going side to side. Stretch around the shoulders, the back. Hands are mid-thigh. Push down as if you're sitting, getting ready to sit in the seat. Knee, be careful, no, not a lot of pressure in the knee. Weight is center in the foot, not in the heel, not in the toes. Chin into the chest, mid back to the sky, slowly roll up. Lifting, taking your time, lift. Looking forward, in front of you, roll your shoulders back. Excellent. We're going to come back center here. You can move your mat around if you need to. And we're going to do standing poses to strengthen the power within the body. We did so much opening today. Keep your body open. Because I thought you could totally take it away. Oh, you should do. Because the floor is wonderful. We have bamboo floor. It feels wonderful. Feels wonderful on the feet. Grab some water too. We opened up so many spaces in our body, sometimes we don't realize it. Come back in with the seal salutation coming down, tailbone dropping to the ground. So getting that relief off the lower back, even with your natural curvature, let the tailbone drop. Lengthen, feel it from the top of your head, lifting up to the skies. Sun salutation. Open it up. Bring all this energy and love Oxygen and seal salutation. Come down, bend those legs. Allow your full first chakra to be working. Want those legs and the feet to be relaxed and open. Inner wall of the belly holding all through the core, holding the body. Windmill. Reach up. Now we're opening and working with the liver. We're working for the flow of the gallbladder. Many people struggle with the pain under the right rib cage. We're opening up that liver and partnering to open up the gallbladder. Let that flow, protect those organs. Let's open it up. And seal salutation. Bring it in. Sun salutation. Seal salutation. Check in on the knees. Work the hip muscles, outside leg, and pull it open. Get right there. Anchor yourself into the core of the foot, the center, the arch. Let the heel ball of your foot open to protect your entire body, holding it there. Sun salutation, seal salutation, windmill. Let's open up. We're going to go to a warrior two. So you're going to bring it up as if a warrior is coming and taking care of you. Standing in our warrior space, ready to be strong. We have that foot anchored in to the front, just in case anything comes from the front of the room.
Wasn't gonna fly them.
What did you have on?
Socks.
Oh.
It's slippery, yeah.
Yeah, no, sometimes softies don't work, huh? The floor is warm here, I really love it. Warrior one, we're gonna open, lift, check in on your front hip. Relieve some of the pressure here. Keep lifting and lengthening. Now remember, what we're doing here is bringing possibilities into the day. But if you work from up here, that's not the best. So we want to feel the grounding also happen within the feet. So I want you to feel light, but not that everything is going to the sky. Let the floor be your anchor and bring it to Mother Earth. And then the energy comes up again, thinking about your hip. So we're thinking about the vessel, our body that takes us through this journey and nurturing it. Open up the heart. Warm it to the sky. Center, seal salutation. Both feet again, partnering, holding that body. Sun salutation. Seal salutation, other side, warrior two. Be your warrior today. Keep yourself open. Even when you feel a disruption, maybe somebody in the room or something's affecting you, allow your mind to come to your heart and say, yeah, I got this. Your body open today. Warrior one, gonna bring it up, lift. Now that lift is raising you up into your creativity. Gosh, isn't it wonderful to have creativity in life? How do you want to have fun today? How do you want to have fun in what you're doing? Anchor those feet into Mother Earth so you have your feet and your arms, and it's going opposition. Going into your hip, opening it up. Going into your heart, opening it up. bringing it center. Coming back into your space of grounding, calming, working your muscles. Let the first chakra ground you, meaning from your hip to your feet. Let's get it dialed in. Keeping the hip open. Letting the feet be centered. Not into the heel, not into the toes. Be centered. Sun salutation. Seal salutation, warrior two. Open up that hip. Warrior one. Keep lifting as the feet stay anchored. Seal salutation. Now, if you keep tapped into that space that we've been working on, relieving the pressure in the body. Notice when you're lifting. Notice where you are in your body, accepting that relief coming off your body. Let your mind and your body work together. Sun salutation. Seal salutation. Warrior two, other side. Warrior one. Keep lifting. Feels everlasting. Energy reaching and reaching. Seal salutation, hands on the mid-thigh. Relieve the pressure, anything on the spine by bringing hands mid-thigh. Sit down. Deep into the legs. Tailbone going towards the back wall. Let the neck be in alignment with the back. Go deeper. Forearm on the leg now. Going deeper. Center of the foot, push through, not from the heel, from the center of the foot. Lift, lift, lift. Push the hips forward. Roll the shoulders back, standing up tall. Bring the body together. Now I'm going to do a meditation, but it's going to be while we're using the soft ball, the gentle soft ball, the connective tissue. Grab some water, grab a ball, and let's finish that off. And then Beryl is going to do some tapping with us. Some more connective tissue. Don't feet. Laura, do you have a cough? Could you?
I don't.
Good, okay. Just double checking with you.
It's going around like it.
Yeah, starting to see it. Bring the ball into the center of the foot. The center is to the system. I want to open up energetically with the ball up to the system, which is all up to the top of your head. When I was doing this with Jacob and Kirsten when they were very, very young, they could actually feel the things I was saying in their small body, not being so clogged. As we get through our day and our stress and the additional things, our body gets clogged and things get disrupted. So we're going to work on opening that. We're going to scribble and open up your foot, connect with your organs.
Scribble like you're writing.
Is get every component that you can find in your foot. It's scribbling all over the place.
Okay.
That's my term. Scribble on it.
Not heard that term in that way.
I know, see, Junie, it's for me. Because you haven't been in class.
Yeah.
Now I want to open that foot a little more. We're going to bring the foot on the floor, except the toes are going to be on the ball. So we're going to go 5 times, pressing in as we move from one side to the other with the toes. Oh, good for sinus, ear, neck. And then we're going to switch. Center of the foot, other foot. And hold it there, soothing breaths. The way you're bringing oxygen in is going to speak to the connective tissue. Relaxed breaths help so much, keeping the tissue open. Then you're going to scribble. Get every component in your foot. Think about that we're talking to every spot on your body. Every organ you can think of is being touched right now with the flow by working the foot. And lengthen the toes. Let's go to the next one. And work your way all the way through from one side to the next. And keep switching. Once you go forward, you get a good stretch in the toe. And then move on. And now that we've worked and scribbled and opened up the foot, go to the first foot that you started the connective tissue. Let's rinse. Start from your toe, go to your heel, but don't go back. Don't let it rub back. We're just going to kick the ball back to us. We're going to go on the next part of our foot. Think of it about 3 or 4 times. We're going to push through. And what we're doing is we're bringing everything into our system. Everything we loosened up, we are now helping the system bring it back up so it can be excreted out, and those toxins that may be sitting in the foot are now going to be taken out of the body. So this is like a massage, so you want tons of water today, a little bit extra. Then we're going to go onto the other foot, toe to heel. So you're going to push through. Push through, and push through, and release. Now, as we are still releasing the stress in our body, that's kind of our theme. You know, we always find themes. Beryl is going to come in, and we're going to do tapping. Beryl, do you want a chair or standing?
No, just stand there.
Okay, so you're going to stand in my spot, Beryl, and you could look at us, you could look at this up here, wherever you want to, because everybody will be able to pick you up. But if you could just look over like right here, you can even turn and look at us, or you can look at the screen, and this will get you.
If I look at this.
If you look that way,
I want to see Laura
come.
as well.
Yeah, come. Okay, then look at the screen. Laura, she's going to take you through some tapping.
Do you know about tapping, Laura?
Yes.
Okay, tap on certain parts of our. Actually, a little bit of tapping.
Of this kind?
Yeah.
Okay. And
I've
you know
seen it, but I've
seen it.
never seen
Okay.
it in real life. I've seen it on like YouTube.
Okay, so you want to go like that, should I face you, is that better?
No, you can look at the screen and we'll follow you.
Oh,
That's right, you can go there.
Okay, that's why I was trying to see what she's doing.
Okay, perfect, okay, so, Lori, just pick something that bothers you, like 5 or less, like a memory, or a discomfort, or just an irritation, or something like that.
Okay,
And tell me what it is.
past work environment.
Past work environment, okay, can you tell me a particular thing?
Many, too many.
Not feeling good in the workplace and some moving parts.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, and so the feeling is what about that? What is the emotion about that?
Not
Is
a good
there-
one.
Just like, is it sadness, is it anger, is it
Anxiety.
frustration?
Anxiety.
Anxiety, so when you think about it now, it's 5 of anxiety, or what number is it of anxiety?
Oh, from 1 to 5?
Yeah,
It's getting lower and lower all the time. It's probably 1 or 2.
A 1 or 2. Okay. So
Ready
that's
for
a
some
bit.
clearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Laura,
Yes?
we're gonna tap with Lori's thing, and you're just gonna do what I do and say what I say.
Okay.
That's what everybody's gonna do. Okay, so you're just gonna repeat after me.
Okay.
And if I say anything that doesn't click or you wanna add, just say something, okay? So,
Okay.
even though
Even though
I had this anxiety about this past work environment,
I had this anxiety about this past work environment,
it's gotten a lot lower.
it's gotten a lot lower.
I thought she was gonna be tapping, but it's,
She is. She's
oh,
getting
she is, I can't see, okay. It's only about a 1 or 2 right now.
Yeah. Does it matter which hand I do?
You can do just 1 for now. It's only about a 1 or 2 right now.
1 or 2 right now.
It was higher,
It was hard.
but I don't want any of it.
I want it gone.
I just want it completely gone.
Yeah.
So just say what I say. I want it completely gone.
I want it completely gone. Thank you.
It's over now.
It's done. It's over.
It's in the past.
It's in the past.
It's not now.
It's not now.
And I don't need to hold on to it.
I don't need to hold on to it.
And I'm safe.
And I'm safe.
And I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply, completely love and accept myself.
Okay, so we're gonna say a variation of that 3 times. Even though
Even though
I had a really stressful past experience,
a very stressful past experience,
but I left.
but I left.
And it's just a 1 or 2 now.
It's 1 or 2 now.
And I don't want to carry it anymore.
I don't want to carry it anymore.
Because I'm safe.
And I'm safe.
And that was then.
That was then.
And this is now.
And this is now.
And it's over.
And it's over.
And it's okay for me to relax about the situation.
It's okay for me to relax about the situation.
And I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply, completely love and accept myself.
One more time. Even though
Even
there
though
was a really crappy thing going on at my old job.
a really crappy many things going on at my old
There
job.
was a lot of anxiety about it.
A lot of anxiety about that.
But I'm not there now.
I'm not there now.
And it's only about a 1 or 2.
It's about a 1 or 2.
But I don't even want that.
I don't want it.
I don't even need that.
I don't need it.
I deserve to feel good.
I deserve to feel good.
It's safe to let it go.
It is safe to let it go.
And I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply, completely love and accept myself.
All right, top of the head like a little circle up here. This crappy, so many things at work.
This crappy so many things at work.
It was really, really anxiety producing.
It was really, really anxiety producing.
And my nervous system is still holding on to a little bit of it.
My nervous system is still holding on to it a little bit.
But it's safe to let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
If there's specific situations, I can tap them out.
There's just specific situations I can talk about.
But I don't have to hold on to the stress.
But I have to hold on.
Right into the crease here again. This 1 or 2 of anxiety left over
It's 1 or 2 of anxiety left over
from my old job.
from my old job.
Letting it all go now.
Letting it all go now.
A big breath. And now just tune into it and see if it feels less.
It does.
We do have, I have past work anxiety.
She does too. That's what I was thinking about, right? About midway.
Laura, do you have past work anxiety or stress?
Let me think.
Do you feel
I
relief?
don't, I don't have anything bothering me right now.
Do you feel good relief as you're going through your tapping?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Me too.
That was cool.
So it feels different?
Yeah, lighter.
Lighter, yeah, nice. Nice. And what about for you?
I felt lighter. I was going back 11 years in corporate.
The stress of that.
Yeah, and I could feel it. I was trying to work in that, so it wasn't my story to say it, but I was thinking, oh my gosh, this worked perfect.
Yeah.
It's good. I thought about it.
1 or 2 probably.
We do what's called borrowing benefits, where one person is demonstrating and everybody else is getting, and we just talking about this thing.
Yeah.
So they think about what they had, and then they put it away, and then they just do this, and then there's like 80% of gone, because we're all one energy, and we all have similar experiences, right? All of that. So awesome. Okay, so that's tapping, but you guys already knew tapping, so.
Not really, yeah. So I've seen it like on the head, but so what does it do? Is it just?
So it does 2 things. It calms the amygdala in response to the thoughts, which is your fight or flight gland. Actually, a little almond-shaped thing going, tiger in the bushes. No, actually, it was just a work environment,
Right.
but it calms it. And then it gets your energy flowing in your meridians. So it's like acupuncture. It just opens up the channels. So when things are flowing, you feel good. And your
We
body
do
heals and all
And
that.
we do meridian stuff here when we're doing yoga. I'll connect with what organ we're working so we can connect with our food, like what we're eating and what organ we're working with as we're doing our movement.
Right, so it's all one thing.
Oh,
Exactly. So I'll give you a card because on my website, you can just print out a handout of the basic recipe and it says, say this, touch here, poof.
Thank you so much.
I should put it at the bottom.
I appreciate that.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
Laura, we'll get that.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's literally, it's awesome. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Laura, we'll get that information to you too. She has free handouts that you can tap on in what things you can do. But Laura, we our VIP thyroid, huh? We're leaving the thyroid.
Yes.
Around as an ancient.
Well, acupuncture is 5,000 years old.
Yeah.
This technique was first created about 35 years ago, but it was very complicated.
Yeah.
About 25 years ago, I got some